Oh, yeah, this is popping off. 5 likes already.
Wait, for what?
Whoa!
Alex here. I like to kiss my own butt. Going viral.
Getting platformed.
I didn't say that. I would never say that.
This is what Elon warned us about.
Issue a retraction, but we'll see how much fucking
The
engagement
retraction.
that gets.
Yeah, everyone has many likes.
Everyone
Share the
shut up.
emotion.
Everyone shut up. It's Quarators. Another week. Another question solved. Another question solved. I have the bad mic today, and we're trying a lot of new things technology-wise that may or may not pan out so good. I'm Alex, and here's Jeremy. He's here.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what the fuck is up? It's the podcast about Quora where we read Quoras, and most importantly, what do? We ask, what is Quora?
What is Quora?
How does it work?
How does it work?
Do people know about this website?
Not really.
So far, not really. We have very exciting guests here today. I never thought I would see these these glum bums down in my studio, but here they are. Live in my kitchen, we have Eli Yudin and Kath Barbadoro from the What a Time to Be Alive podcast. Thanks for coming down, gang.
Hello. Thank you for the Diet Cokes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got these around.
Yeah.
around a Dicos for the podcast.
Diet Cokes are like the Sega Genesis of adults. Just get people to come over to your party. Like, I got Diet Cokes. Man, we got to go to Alex's. You got Diet Cokes over there.
It's Friday night. Let's sip these things, right? We don't have to read any Quoras if the Coke keeps flowing.
Oh, keep the Diet Coke rolling. Keep it flowing.
Ooh, that
You said sip the Diet Cokes, but Eli has drained his.
Yeah.
Just in
Wow.
one long chug. Just
I would call it a pound.
that was-
He's pounded it.
I did pound a Diet Coke. I shotgunned a Diet Coke on the table in front of everybody.
Like Popeye with spinach.
Hey, you did get much
I
stronger.
squeezed it and it all shot into the air and landed in my mouth.
Garm.
Yeah.
Aspartame. Wow. Well, as we start every week of what week is this? 6?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. As we start every
we're on the
week.
ground floor.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what we want, a strong foundation, and that's why we're having you two on, and we're gonna ask
We're
right
the
up
base
top.
of the pyramid.
You're holding up all the beautiful girls. Now we have to ask, what is your relationship with Quora? You seen these things?
I know Quora, but it's like a Yahoo Answers that pretends to be like more professional because it has like
Yeah.
a slightly more professional look to it.
Yeah, and it uses like a derivation of a Latin word for its title, so it's trying to be sophisticated.
And
you
there's
know?
like some doctors on it, right? Because sometimes there's an
There's
answer from
some
somebody
people
that's
who
like
say they're doctors.
It's a Facebook for
they have
doctors.
some like
It's made by
verified
Facebook
shit
people.
though.
Yeah, they do.
And I also have a problem with like when I write articles. Sometimes I think that I found a source, and I click, and I'm like, "It's fucking Quora again! I can't cite this."
Damn, I have cancer again. Every time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like Ask Jeeves, but if Jeeves is from his perspective. It's like the Ender's Shadow of Ask Jeeves.
yeah.
There's a strong pull for the young audience we're trying to attract.
Put that on TikTok.
Ask Jeeves.
Orson
Y'all
Scott
remember
Card's
this?
Y'all remember
Ender's Shadow.
Y'all remember Ask Jeeves and Ender's Shadow? Two extremely timely
Yeah.
references.
Not Ender's Game. Don't
No.
even
No.
bring that up.
Well,
Only the
less popular
sequel.
It's from the perspective of Bean,
Yeah.
one of his lower level flunkies, but a genius in his own right.
Ender's Shadow, actually, the protagonist is Mr. Bean.
Yes.
I don't realize
Yes.
that.
He can't do anything right. Well, what
Was
we,
Dracula criticizing Mr. Bean? No, Mr. Bean. Bye.
I ask you one more time, Mr. Bean. Take my vat of blood and bring it down the stairs.
Mr. Bean, you've bought so much garlic again. It's a grocery store.
What are you doing?
New buddy cop movie.
Dracula and Mr. Bean.
Yeah, it's not just Dracula's to be, they're also cops. Yeah. There's a third layer.
I'm a police officer.
I'm trying to think of the shortest title you could give this credit.
Show me your blood.
Officers Dracula and Bean.
I mean, if Mr. Bean is a cop, you gotta call it pork and beans.
Oh,
That's what you call it.
That's pretty
true.
good.
But I
That's
don't know.
pretty
But
good.
then also Dracula, pork and beans, colon.
Pork and beans and Dracula.
Bram Stoker's pork and beans.
We've gotten to 5 words. Can we beat 5 words?
Chicago pork and beans fire. Dracula.
And it's in a coffin. Well, we have one segment so far on this
Yes.
show, and it is that at the end of every episode, we ask Quora a question,
Okay.
and then we see if we got like any heat on Quora that week.
Nice.
We're trying to get good at it and like get a lot of followers and make that Quora money. You can hear Jeremy typing in.
Is
You
Quora
guys should-
monetizable?
No.
Well, if you ask a certain constituency,
No.
Quora is very big with advertisers and.
I don't think we could make money on Quora, though. Could
Well, if
we?
we're selling a different product, if we're selling like beans, if we were selling beans, we could make
On
money.
Quora? I'm so confused.
I don't understand how you use it, but you like get buzz going about like a third of the thing is ads.
Yeah, but
that's
you don't get
theirs.
the money.
You're talking about Quora being a successful business.
They would pay me to do that. I don't know how.
I don't think that's right.
Your ultimate goal is to get hired as in ad sales at Quora to sell ads about beans on
No,
their website.
no, I get hired by the beans to use Quora because they know from my Quora podcast how good at it I am. And I don't have to tag people. But we have a really good one about the Pope that
Okay.
Tim Platt asked.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim asked a lot of questions about the Pope last week.
Okay, so
I think
did
we
we
have
get any
2
answers?
answers.
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
It's very hard to
Verified
tell.
Doctors.
Certainly
It's
not.
the Pope expert from that Mr. Show sketch. It's David Cross in a I Love Pope sweatshirt answering you.
What's up, Alex?
I'm looking to see if there's an appropriate sound for what's about
Oh, yeah,
to
we have
happen.
sounds.
While you do that, I saw a guy.
That's
that
all,
was
that's
it.
all I got.
I saw a guy walking out of the subway right near your apartment, wearing a T-shirt that said, "I'm Caleb and I'm doing Caleb things."
Fair enough.
I was like,
All right.
I just
Caleb.
really wanted to is your name Caleb? And if I'm like, yeah, I'll be like, great.
That shirt, like, whether I like it or not, 100% hinges on whether your name is actually
Yeah.
Caleb. If
And I
it's
guess-
actually Caleb, thumbs up.
Yeah,
if it's
absolutely.
not, thumbs down.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying to-
apparently Caleb things is taking the subway. That's what he was doing. So,
We had to walk to the subway too. We had to walk there.
oh my god.
I'm trying to really meld together Caleb into Calobic neutral. You know, like chaotic, chaotic evil.
Are you
but
getting
for
there?
Caleb. No, I haven't got there yet. It seems like they should go together, but they don't.
I want to check in we're on a cooking show and be like, and I solved it. Here's the word out from the oven.
Chaotib.
Yeah. Just you with a whiteboard and a
Good.
marker while a clock counts down. And they're like 25 seconds, chefs. I don't know why they still say chefs. but-
Caleb tick evil. We agree the second word stays the same.
Yeah.
What was our question?
Okay, our question was, if any non-religious philosophy or social movement suddenly had a pope, what would be the best one?
Ooh.
Do you have
Oh,
an
you
answer
guys
for
ask
this?
real questions.
So
I thought your
we
question was gonna be
hadn't.
is the Pope allowed to shit?
We were doing those kinds of questions, and then Tim Platt set us straight and said you have to ask a real question.
People don't answer them when they're joke questions. They know that. They know.
You have to craft it to just see that it could possibly just be
Right.
that you're very stupid.
I've
Exactly.
actually-
You have to figure out how to go undercover as a dumbass.
I
we
did-
didn't get good answers, to be clear. We got bad answers.
Well, we don't know that yet.
They're
We
bad.
don't know that yet. These could be really important.
Sure, you're right.
I used to years ago. I used to post in a Wiccan Facebook group and just post jokes, but it just made me. I just seemed like I was very stupid. So I just post spell to make tomato big, and then they would give me stuff.
Yeah, we got
So-
that's one of the easy ones.
Yeah. Oh, you seen make your tomato big? Sure.
You just pointed to go grind this.
I mean,
The
that
tomato's
probably
blessing.
evolutionarily in Wicca, that probably was one of the first spells they came up with was
Right.
how to make
Yeah.
big veg.
Agriculture.
And it probably worked because they were probably like, yeah, sprinkle a bunch of fucking dead animal shit on it. And
Yeah.
they're like, well, this is just fertilizer. But they
Yeah.
didn't know that. They thought it was magic.
Yeah.
Those idiots.
Low key, that's how they did it.
It's good that they were burned.
Hey, honestly, women have just gotten too confident these days since
See?
witch stuff went away.
This is how you get engagement on TikTok.
Sure.
This is what we talk about on the podcast, and then you just post a clip of us being like, maybe the witches did deserve to be burned. And then a bunch of people go nuts.
They burned well.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think that's true. Witches should not have been burned. It's like, all right, well.
Shut the
All
fuck
right. Hey, spot a Democrat in the room. Okay, so who should be Pope?
Do you guys have any answers?
There were a lot of words in the question. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, one more
If
time.
any non-religious philosophy or social movement suddenly had a pope, what would be the best one?
Reddit moderator. I did Reddit mod Pope.
A Reddit mod pope, and who would be the Reddit mod pope?
A really good one. I don't know.
You got to come up with the second part of the.
Sure.
Maybe that guy who married Serena Williams.
What about Serena Williams?
He founded Reddit.
Yeah, it's the guy.
Yeah,
who
well,
created
I'm
it.
assuming he's a moderator. It'd be weird if he was like, "That's it. I'm going on Facebook."
Oh no! If you invented Reddit, would you spend your time
Yeah, I
modding
think-
Reddit?
Yeah, he's like God to
I think
them.
he straight up sold it and got the fuck out of Dodge.
If it was my job to mod Reddit, yes, I would mod Reddit for $1 billion.
But he doesn't. He can outsource that. He just came up with the idea. I don't think he's on there.
It's the power for these people, these freaks.
I went to college with a famous Redditor. This guy Yudin, who was very popular on Reddit.
Oh, I've heard his name
Unit.
before.
He was very impressed with how famous he was on Reddit, but then he had a fall from grace where people realized that he was manipulating his upvotes, and, he,
What the
and he
hell?
never was able to Reddit again.
My
Is there-
God.
Do you guys remember when they arrested Ghislaine Maxwell and they found that she?
Yes.
It is very likely that she had an extremely popular Reddit
Yes.
account that like posted world news and stuff. And they're like, "Whoa, this account is Ghislaine Maxwell." I think
was
she
like
would be the
the-
Reddit Pope.
She'd be good at it.
That was like the Taylor Swift is on 4chan.
Yeah.
rumor
But
for
real.
a long time. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I want to
Although
change
I
my
would
answer.
believe that Taylor Swift is on. I would believe that.
Also, remember when they didn't arrest Osama bin Laden, they shot him.
yeah,
But,
that is
Yes.
true.
What the hell?
and then they opened his computer and they were
Yeah.
like, I bet there's terror plans on here. And it was just
Hentai.
gigs of Naruto.
Yeah.
Hey, let's look this up for this guy we shot. El Mao. Didn't realize we were killing a nerd ass.
He was like gaming too. He played
Yeah.
like Call of Duty and shit. That'd be so funny to play with him and not realize.
Yeah.
Okay, after this discussion, I changed my answer
Okay,
from
please.
Serena Williams to Ghislaine Maxwell should be Pope.
Sure.
Should be Pope of Reddit.
Of Reddit.
Again, just cut that and put it on TikTok. Ghislaine Maxwell should be Pope. Thank you.
2-second clip.
Witches are wrong.
I'm trying to think of a good answer. I'm thinking of like very devoted like subcultures that could use some kind of K-pop.
What about Jungkook?
See, I feel
What
like
about Jungkook?
What about Rat Boy?
I feel like K-pop. It would be like the schism because there would be like warring popes. There'd be like one K-pop guy of Avignon and
Right.
stuff because
Right.
like they wouldn't be able to like all coalesce around one. There would be like the Treaty of Nice or something, but of K-pop, and it would make like 3 or 4 different.
It's
popes.
perfect. They did perfect for Christianity. There'd be
Yeah.
shit tons. Just
That's
split
good.
out. Splinters.
I like that.
Can you imagine someone who's even better at dancing than Martin Luther?
Martin Luther was the face of the group. He was the cute one.
Yeah, I like him. He's shy. He's always nailing treaties to the church door.
Just knock, Martin. Come on.
The things I know about Martin Luther are that he nailed the treaties to the church door and that he had IBS. Those are
Yeah,
the things I know
IBS.
about him. Yeah, or like
Where do you think the rage came from?
That wasn't
didn't,
even a
like-
diagnosis.
they didn't call it IBS, but basically he like wrote all those on the turlet because he had like crap problems.
They called
Yeah.
it. They called it sinner's tummy.
Well, yeah.
That's when you start thinking about
He
your
was
problems.
a fucking monk, right? He's probably just eating like gruel and rocks all day.
Yeah,
Take you a while to grind
gruel and
that
rocks
out.
and the beer that they make.
Oh yeah.
and like
chase it
jam.
down.
The way people used to use beer as water really perplexes me. How anybody got anything done?
Oh yeah.
Thousands of years.
Because their water would just kill you.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's
we
like,
can't have this.
to be safe, I'm wasted all the time.
Yeah, no, that's why nothing good got invented until we like figured out water.
Everyone's
like,
sobered up.
Whoa. My blood alcohol level has plummeted, and I've invented the car.
Yeah. Someone invented filtered
Thank
water.
God we invented the car after people sobered up, or it would be a huge problem.
You're doing it in that order.
A guy invented filtered water, and then the entire population died of withdrawal. They're like, this is the first time. Their livers must have been strong as shit. Probably half their stomach space is just this super brolic liver, just processing a constant stream of beer.
That's what happens when you drink so much beer is your liver gets really strong. That's one of those things doctors don't want you to know. Now, before we say any more words that make us free associate, read the 2 Pope answers.
All right, I'll read them in order from bad
That is
to
the
better.
skill set we bring to every podcast.
Absolutely.
No podcast should have 4 people on it.
Honey.
Okay, this is the answer I think is worse. Pope of quiet quitting. Of course,
right.
they wouldn't get much done, just lead by example.
Are you
So this
trying to
guy-
have fun on here?
This guy's doing a little bit of a goof.
He's bringing
He's
some
doing like a-
topicality to it.
And
you
like
know?
a conservative goof, too.
Yeah.
'Cause
Do you
he's
think we're
clearly-
joking about our Pope question?
Well, I'll say the next
What
person.
the fuck, man?
The next person took it a lot more seriously.
Okay.
This is Michael Lambert, and he wrote, "Right, we need another pope. Really. Believers are so dug into the medieval thinking it blows my mind. Us peasants don't want no stinking pope.
All
I don't
right.
care what philosophy
Michael.
you choose. We don't need a pope. Poop on a pope. There, that is my new slogan. Poop on a pope. OMG, a pope." And that's it.
What did we do to you, Michael Lambert?
You didn't answer the fucking question. Sir?
Scroll on by, my man.
His accolades is former Presbyterian Catholic.
So he must just go around yelling at people who ask about religious stuff.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
can see like his picture, and he's a guy with a cigar in his
Yeah.
mouth.
Okay.
He has 180 followers.
It's
on,
Winston Churchill. Oh my
It is
God.
Winston Churchill.
He's been in the service of Catholicism, and now he's back giving us his wisdom.
Now
Seems
he's
like most
free.
of his answers, he answers a lot of questions, and they're mostly like atheists. Do you blah
Yeah,
blah blah?
yeah.
And he's just like, as an atheiist.
Okay. So we did it. We did our first segment.
We can check in on our second segment. 30 likes on Alex here. I like to kiss my own butt. So
Come on!
that's pretty good.
No
You
retweets.
know what?
No one wants to share it.
I'm gonna like it from your account. So now it's got 30 likes.
That makes me look so dumb. I have
Alex
a reputation.
forgot to lock the door earlier, and I always saw him kissing his own butt.
It's true.
We were all waiting to record, and he was giving smooches to his own ass.
Jeremy is sitting where he has access to Alex's
Yes.
Twitter account, and right before we started, he tweeted, "Alex here. I like to kiss my own butt." On
I think
Alex
that's in there,
Ptak's-
right?
On @TV's
I think
No,
it's
Ptak
Ptak
Test
Test Kitchen.
Ptak Test Kitchen.
I have not united my socials as of yet. It's really hard for me making friends.
I love that, like, you're fine with the tweet, "Alex here, I like to kiss my own butt," but you're like, do not like it from my account. Absolutely not. That makes me look like a chump and a loser.
Careful listeners might detect that I'm not okay with him tweeting it. I actually did not want him to do anything like that.
Your sterling reputation ruined.
Well, so last week we had Tim on. He didn't want us to read any of the fucking real-ass quoras we found. So I think this week we should open with our most
It sounds like you
controversial
guys got
segment.
absolutely fucking strong-armed by Tim Platt. He came and changed your format, refused to interact with Cora, and then left.
Tim
Very
showed up
sweet
and
man.
did vocal warm-ups for 10 minutes before we started recording, and then launched into 100 different songs. And I mean, it was hard to be like, "Oh, Tim, do you think women should vote?" I found that as a question.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have asked in the incest ones.
Well, that's why we
There's
are
a
starting.
big incest community on Quora.
It seems like that may be the majority of users on Quora have been exiled from Facebook.
I
for
bet they're
incest.
not all like, I hope this is illegal, right?
No, it's here on our exciting new segment, The Quoker.
There's some Osama bin Laden jams.
Whoa.
This is the Naruto theme song.
Oh, okay.
Some of us
thought you were
inherently
being-
knew that.
Yeah, I realized I was like, oh, Kath thinks I'm being racist.
I
And I'm
thought you
just
were
being a
being-
fucking nerd.
I thought you were being racist, but also incorrect in your racism. I
Would
was
you
like,
talk to Bin Laden about Naruto?
Would
Given
I?
the opportunity,
Yes.
yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
one of the most interesting conversations you could have of all time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Just somebody who's like been responsible for the death of thousands of people and being like, was Sasuke right? Do you
What
see yourself
village
more?
would you live in?
If you could copy one jutsu, and no, you can't copy all of them. No Sharinganai.
Can you imagine if SEAL Team 6 fucking lit Osama bin Laden up, and when the smoke cleared, it was just a log? They were like, oh no.
Date Bayo. I pray that never happens to our honorable men and women of the service. Here on the Quoker, it's like the Joker for Quora. It's incel and manosphere questions. I think we all got what the wordplay was, and we have some great ones to pull up here. Jeremy, I feel like you've added a few of these that are new to the list.
I did
today.
add a bunch of them.
Did you find any good ones? Do you want to start us off?
Sure. I like this one. What is the purpose of a speedo bulge?
Interesting.
The purpose.
Yeah, well, it's a fucking, what?
These are the kind of questions
Yeah.
people ask.
Is there
on
like
Quora.
any more elaboration or no? Just that?
Just wants to know what the purpose of it is.
I remember very vividly in high school listening to these girls on the swim team talk about this weird nerd kid, and they would always, but he had like a big dick, and they would gossip about his third fin.
Finn?
And they would be like, Andrew, he's a freak, but have you seen his fin?
What?
And so I feel that's part of
Well-
it enhances aerodynamism,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying.
I was gonna say, like, this question is like straight out of me at age 7 joining a swim team.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, what is that? What is
hell?
going on?
Why
Why
is
did they
the
put
purpose?
that there?
Do
Yeah.
the pubes enhance turning?
It's very, very confused about that. Because it was like, I was on a swim team and it was like from age like 7 to 18.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like at swim meets and stuff, I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
A lot of bodies.
Yeah. I don't know if I could answer this question even now, despite how much I learned.
Do you know who I would like to ask this question to is Osama bin Laden.
I think we have him in the
Third
studio.
log.
Just pimp someone into doing that voice.
Did you guys ever have the thing where like you were, hello,
Cat's
a
back.
cat has joined us.
Producer Waffles here. Setting
Yeah,
up
going
in
for the
front of mine.
board. You can hear some sound effects, I
Hey,
think.
yeah, let me know if anybody can get their headphone disconnected because that happens sometimes.
The thing of like when you're getting ready to go to high school, whatever, you're so scared because you're like, oh, in the high school gym, everyone gets full nude and showers.
Right.
And then you get to high school and they're like, people haven't done that in like 35 years.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know. I feel like I was on a swim team as a kid, and I feel like there were some kids who were very perverted. Like I had a friend
Oh, yeah.
who would play guitar on his dick in like the locker room, and that was his big move.
And what does that look like per se?
Like he'd hold it and then pluck it.
Hold it out.
Hold it with one hand, pluck it with the
He'd
other.
hold
bing,
his
bing, bing,
flaccid
And then he'd
dick
go
out.
like.
it's a good bit, honestly.
Cool guy. That's a cool guy.
I'll say this: you can't do it hard.
That's true. You can't pluck a hard dick.
That's true.
Waffles is fucking with an empty Diet Coke. It's ruining my podcast. I'm so mad at him.
He's now focused on my headphones.
Yeah, just put those on the floor or something. It's gonna save you a lot of trouble. Yep. All right.
Someone did answer this question, by the way. Very upset. This is a pretty long answer, so we don't have to read the whole thing, but it's a
Okay.
lot of all caps, and it's just a lot of like, what? What is the purpose? Guys don't make the bulge for a purpose. It's just natural that a protruding appendage will show in speedos. A purpose develops when somebody sees that bulge and is visibly aroused by it, male or female.
Say it. Say it louder for the folks in the back.
They may smile.
You and your heteronormative questions about Speedo bulges.
He goes, they may smile, they may look away, they may say, oh my, or a male might also become erect.
Oh my!
Speedos were developed to
Their
reduce
monocle
drag.
may drop into their bowl of bisque.
You may hear a heavens.
This eventually becomes a story.
Droid. Yeah.
He says, in fact, last week I was at the town pool and I was wearing my Speedo. Yes, they are Speedos, LOL. And I saw two guys looking at my package and they smiled at me, LOL. I got a bit embarrassed, but I smiled back at them nonetheless. Like they say, don't wear a shirt with printing on it if you don't want people checking out your shirt. Same thing with Speedos. Don't wear them if you don't want to be looked at. Your bulge will bulge.
All caps at
This
the end.
is,
by the way.
First of all, this guy needs a fucking editor.
This guy's name is Caleb, and he says he does Caleb things.
Professor of Calebology.
One extremely
Yale.
important part of answering Quoras is not addressing the original question and saying this other thing you wanted to say.
Right. This guy he really wanted to relive this experience he had at the pool.
Remember when I was desired? What was the purpose of that, you ask?
I gave him an up Quora.
Good.
Up quota.
Quora gold!
So far, every answer on Quora absolutely sounds like it was done in text-to-speech. Like, it's so meandering and strange. It's it's equivalent to people typing like and it's like, what are you doing? What is happening?
You don't have to do that. You had all the time in the world.
Yeah.
My on my other podcast, Slide, Cheat, and Steal, which I do with my friend Pat. Pat is a white rapper who talks like that description. And
Thank you for your service.
He texts me. He will often text me in text to speech, and so like I'll ask him a question, and instead of the answer just being like yes or something, I'll get a text that says like, "Okay, for sure, that's what's up." really tickles me when I'm like, "Hey, are we gonna do this episode tomorrow?" And he's like, "Okay, for sure, girl, definitely. What's up?" Like,
It sounds good. All right, later.
I really enjoy that.
No
That's
cap.
what's up. It's just a
I'm
good
gonna start
text.
adding "all right, later" to the end of every text I send. Cool. All right, later.
It is always later in a text. Okay,
true.
let's do another one.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. This is, what is life like at age 45?
Okay.
And this man
Probably
answered.
not ideal.
I bet there's gonna be some real lonely, sad answers.
That's what I found. I found a very lonely, sad answer from a guy who has 12,000 up Quoras.
Wow,
God.
that must be vulnerable.
Yeah. It's basically just like you're done after that. Because he says, this is Chris Caballero, and he's an equity
the
index
fucking
futures
skateboarder
trader.
from Tony Hawk.
That would make sense why you'd be
that
so
it?
down about being 45.
You have
'cause
your own Vans shoe. You should be happy.
you can't fall the way you used to. You can't take the vert.
Yeah, he probably has like permanent knee damage and shit.
No, unfortunately, this guy's a financial trader.
Boo. Your life is over, you old bitch.
How unfortunate. A financial trader, how unfortunate for you.
Chris says, I'm 49, and I can tell you that most people start going downhill after 40. The cuties you once thought were hot in high school have all morphed into wildebeests.
Okay, this isn't vulnerable. This is mean.
It's just cruel. Oh, my life sucks. Everyone's ugly now.
12,000 up.
At about 45, some people begin what's known as a midlife crisis. That's when you wake up and realize that you're not where you thought you'd be at 45 and then get deeply depressed about your failures. This is when most marriages fall apart too. At mid-40s, you begin feeling aches and pains you've never felt before. Many in their 40s develop serious health issues, which is nothing more than accumulation of all the junk food, and bad habits people had in their 20s and 30s. You realize that in your 40s that most people don't give a shit about you, and your friends fall off as they marry or move on.
Damn.
The reality of life
Yo,
at this
that's
age.
like a you problem, actually, dude.
It just gets darker and darker. It's like, everyone hates you, your name is Chris, and you want to fucking die for it.
You can't skateboard anymore, you can't do a kickflip.
Doesn't matter how many trades you do.
The Neversoft royalty checks have stopped coming.
Yeah, well, sorry to Chris.
That's
It
pretty much
sounds
how it
like
goes.
he's like, everyone's fucking ugly and gross, and also your body starts falling apart. It sounds like he is the wildebeest
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
which he speaks.
49's not even that old.
It's not.
No.
There's that old Todd Glass had a great bit about how he's like, when you're young and you see a 50-year-old and you're like, oh, I'm 50. And then you get old and you meet a 50-year-old and they're like, what's up? I'm 50. My band is playing on Thursday. Like, come watch my band.
Yeah.
He has so
Not
much
old.
time to form a band.
Yeah.
you're not-
Chris?
Caballero.
He's got one more year. He's 49.
yeah.
That's so much life.
He lives in New York. We should
should hang out.
We should ask him on the pod. Have him come in.
You know, Da Vinci didn't start skateboarding until he was 52.
That's true.
There's still time to begin. I think being 45 is gonna rock.
How many years everybody away? I'm 11 years away from 45. I think I'm older than everyone on this podcast.
Everyone say their age and weight.
Yeah, thinking about aging and math. Now I'm having a blast. Fucking 13?
13?
Yeah.
Yeah.
32. Yeah.
I'm a
Lots of
tight
time.
14 away.
Yeah.
I'm 19, so
19. Yeah.
4 years old.
I'm 28. So what is that? 12 years.
No,
No,
22
17
years.
17
From
years.
45 or 50 did we say?
17
Oh,
years.
okay. I thought we said 40.
45.
I thought we said 50.
We're doing, the question was 45.
Okay, I'm
and
sorry.
It sounds like it's really bad.
Yeah.
And if it was 50, you were still 10 off. You only gone to 40.
You weren't even, you gotta not rely on your math.
It's a good thing we're not financial.
I'm writing on Quora,
strategists.
how do I kill myself?
Oh, no.
We have 2 questions about cool things pilots have said, if we want to get into that.
cool things pilots
Oh,
have said,
nice.
like over the PA?
Yeah.
Tight.
It's not specifically over the PA. It could be anywhere.
In the bar.
Do we have any sounds for a pilot?
I can't imagine we have a pilot sound. we have
If Naruto was
Halo.
flying, I want to look at your cheat sheet of
The
different
cheat
sound
sheet is so
effects.
confusing.
It looks like it has a
It's
lot.
scared
It's
me.
vertically listed, but horizontally distributed, and people are active. But I also wrote a visual diagram so you can follow that. Here, I'll pass it to
Oh
you.
my
Eli.
It's like a
God.
2x5.
Why did you
it's
do
2
it
by
this
5
way?
squares, and he wrote them in the order of those things, but they're not in the order of the visually of where the squares are.
Some of us
Okay.
here are kind of right-brained and math-minded. And that allows us to follow a grid pretty easily.
Yeah, this looks like the notes I'd make while I was playing like the first Zelda as a child. Like this is the correct path.
Oh, is there a cool dragon drawn on it?
Well, there's like this diagram of which is confusing because it's list. I'm trying to explain this. It's 8. It's a 2x4 vertical grid. Yes, that is the sound labeled here as millionaire question. It's a 2x4 vertical grid, but it's counted off like horizontally in rows.
It looks like it should be corresponding to the things, but it's not.
Yeah.
Should I set that up so it loops probably? Like I feel like I just want it to go until I stop it.
You gotta do the millionaire sound, and then you have to have the millionaire answer sound as a different one. So when people answer, you can do that.
I just only get 8 little buttons at a time.
Fair enough.
What am I going to lose? Honey?
You can't lose honey. I know that's
kind
your
of
favorite one.
Keeping the whole show going.
Can I press it?
I think
Yeah,
Yeah,
press
it's
it.
the yellow one.
Honey.
There you go. How was
Very
that for
satisfying.
you? Pretty good, huh?
I also knew it was the yellow one. I've been
Also,
paying attention.
I feel like your claims that this is perfectly easy to understand for you are hurt by the fact that there is a thing crossed out because you clearly got confused while writing it.
I write badly. I have poor penmanship. I
What's
didn't have
forbidden
any
knowledge?
friends until I was 24. Forbidden knowledge is this Twilight Zone. We're not going to do that this week, so it's okay to do it now, so it's not a big deal.
It would have been a big deal otherwise.
Was this another segment that Tim Platt cut from your show?
Spree.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I lost Cora.
Yeah, bring me back the pilot thing.
Oh, Quora just shut down forever.
Yeah, what if Cora went out of business while you were
Just shut
recording
down.
this?
2 weeks we tried to log on and it was like
It was
doxed
down.
or something. And we were like, we don't have a show without Quora.
Somebody DDoSed Quora.
How's the podcast going? Let me tell you, not great. I don't know if you heard, but Cora
ended.
Jeremy and I are nothing on our own. All we can do is read silly questions.
It's true. No one wants to hear a Reddit podcast.
No
Okay.
way.
What
No.
a bad pitch that,
That
would
would
be.
fucking suck. That was the little big head alien ass sitting there. Those are collecting all his gold. Piece of shit. Piece of fuck you. Fucking Reddit alien. What's a crazy thing a pilot said?
Okay, what is the coolest line a pilot has ever said? This person is answering the coolest line
The
a pilot
coolest
has
line.
ever said.
What's
This person like got home from Top Gun, raced home,
Yeah.
jumped on Quora.
This is cooler than anything anyone has ever said at Top Gun, apparently. It says 43,000 upvotes. Sorry, up Quoras. And the quote is, ladies and gentlemen, it won't be a full flight today. So could I just ask all passengers who have an aisle or middle seat to move to the windows? That way the other airlines will still think we are successful.
That's
Play that
pretty
guitar
good.
riff. Cool.
There's no guitar riff. I didn't set up a guitar riff. I can give you Killing Spree.
Well, he is killing on the flight. Like, he's
Yeah.
crushing it.
Yeah, I guess that's the kind of plane announcement you make. In the back, you just hear him off like, ho, 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 ho.
Heavens!
200 people holding their sides.
I have a new goal, which is like when I get enough miles to upgrade a ticket to first class for free.
To
do it.
Upquora a ticket.
Yeah, to upquora my ticket. I'm gonna do a first class thing and then fully wear like a monocle and like a tailed suit, and it's like, "Yes. My seat, Monsignor."
Just nodding as everyone comes in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome to the flight.
Yeah.
How many years was I in the army for this bit?
You're swilling a glass of like cognac the whole time.
What's your brandy selection? A sweet port, probably. I saw someone ordered port at a bar. It was fucking insane.
Was it my mom? My mom's a big port.
Yeah,
head.
it was your mom.
Oh, that's
actually.
weird.
Yeah.
I saw someone order wine at Shake Shack once.
Oh, that was Kath's mom. I didn't want to. I
Mom
was
is
going to
just
wait till.
testing a lot of places.
Yeah.
See if their menu's really that wide.
It's no airport. You would think that an edgy online answer to this would be like the guy who dropped the atomic bomb said like,
Oh, sure. That's kind of a pilot.
yeah, prepare to
Shit,
burn, fuckos.
Fuck you, Japan.
Yeah, he was also crying when he said it. It was really cool. Something a cool guy did. Well, no, I thought that was a
Is
cool
that
thing
not
about
the
it.
I am become death quote?
No, the guy who makes the bomb says that.
Yeah, he didn't get
Okay.
to fly the plane.
The pilot
yeah,
usually
yeah.
says, first of all, they're loaded up on Adderall, so they're just fucking like,
Yep.
engaged.
Look,
Yeah.
until
Press
Chris
it.
Nolan, until Chris
making
Nolan
plane
makes the
noises.
movie, I will not know anything about it.
Killing spree.
That's what he said.
Have you guys heard any cool pilot quotes? I can't
Yeah.
think of any.
The U.S. Army actually had to get like a really long kill streak to use the nuke. To unlock it. They had to-
Yeah.
It was sad how long the killing streak was in order to get it. Well, the number one thing I think of pilots saying is something blows up and they go, "Woo!" and then they go by it.
go by.
Sure,
Not something
sure.
on the plane. Yeah.
And they're in the plane and they're zooming past it and they say wahoo and it's like,
Yeah.
woo. Yeah, like Luke Skywalker will say that or
Yeah.
like Red
Or
5,
R2D2.
Gold Leader.
That did sound like R2D2 getting excited.
He does love to scream.
Do you know why he sounds like that? Because he's a pilot.
That's
he helps
true.
drive a plane.
That's true.
Yep. He goes in his little slot and then he drives around.
I feel like I on commercial flights really do not appreciate the pilot having
The
a
banter?
personality.
No, not at all.
Because every time they do, it pauses my movie.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
You're not funnier than the movie.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you pausing Coco? I'm watching
Why are you
Coco.
watching Coco? You're gonna cry on the plane.
I watch Coco every time it is on a plane.
Really?
So that I can cry.
Pacific Rim is my Coco.
You cry at Pacific Rim?
I have never been on a plane that didn't have Pacific Rim available, so
It calms him.
I scan the sea for Jaegers when we're flying.
I was on a plane that was trying to land in like a narrow airport once that was surrounded by the sea, and the pilot missed the landing strip the first time, so he went down and then went back up, which is a scary feeling.
Very scary.
Oh wow! Like
And
you
then
didn't have
he-
enough space.
He didn't say anything. Then he did it again, and then came
Wow.
on like, "Guys, it's tough." And I have never been more frightened in my entire life.
Listen, you try this.
The wind is really fast right now.
Where was it?
It was the Cayman Islands. Yeah, he was trying to land in the Cayman Islands.
He was bringing you and a bunch of criminals to get their money out of the bank.
We were there to go kill a guy, and the water is beautiful. And
Everyone on the plane had a metal suitcase handcuffed to their wrists. They were all transporting money.
it was just like his voice was like pretty confident he'd get it the third time, but also like not 100%
Yeah.
certain.
Can you?
Might have to pull a Sully, folks. Let's see what happens here.
Guys, it's bullshit out there.
What are the rules on like opening an offshore account? Do they have a minimum? Can I just put all my money offshore, even though it's not that much?
I was hoping you'd ask that. Yeah, it's really easy.
Ask
I'll walk
Cora.
you through it at the end.
That's a good
That will be
question.
our question at
How
the end of
easy
the
is
show.
it for me to pretend I have no income by putting all of my money direct deposit into a Swiss
Yeah.
bank?
Look, depending on what they say, we might want to figure this out for our LLC. We might
Typing
want to
my-
register our podcast in the Cayman Islands.
Typing my Swiss bank account into fucking Outvoice for my freelance payments.
Exactly. exactly.
Being
To
like,
get
what's my
fucking-
bank? Deutsche Bank. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, going like logging on to the secure server for my $50 fucking invoice.
Yeah, our LLC is now incorporated in neutral countries in international waters.
Yeah.
Surely between the four of us, we'll remember at the end of the show that this is our question.
I'm gonna remember.
There's no chance this will slip through our
I think we
fingers.
got
I
it.
might remember.
It's airtight. Okay, what's the other pilot question?
What do pilots say to the passengers of a plane when it's crashing? Is it like in the movies, or is it completely different?
What's it like in the movies? Or is that what they're like?
Is this
we're doing, ladies
What's
and
it like
gentlemen,
to
being
die?
Are there gonna be a lot of first-hand experiences?
everybody starts sucking and fucking.
We're going down.
What,
That
sorry,
would
what are you
be
saying?
that would be a very funny. If someone's like, "What's the funniest thing a pilot said?" We were about to die, and they said, "Everybody starts sucking." And
We were about to
fucking."
just regular land, and they started saying everybody starts sucking and
Yeah.
fucking.
When the
I
plane
got
goes
blown
down,
in the jump
so do
seat.
the passengers.
No?
Sure.
I love Soul Plane.
All right. Well, Carl Hopkins says British Airways BA9 Boeing 747 after flying into a volcanic ash cloud. Captain Moody said, "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We have a small problem. All 4 engines have stopped. We are doing our damnedest
Small
to get
problem.
them going again. I trust you are not in too much distress."
I trust your. Yeah, maybe not.
This is your
before.
captain speaking. Don't be mad at me. I'm doing the best I can do.
They shouldn't even say it at that point. Don't
Right.
even tell me.
Don't
Right.
tell
I don't
me.
need to know.
Don't talk to me if I'm about to die.
No.
You've already
Yeah.
ruined my life by flying into a volcanic cloud.
Yeah, let us go down watching Pacific Rim and Coco.
Yeah.
We don't need to know.
Don't interrupt it.
I need
Yeah.
my last moment before my head flies through a Jaeger image on my screen to be in peace.
So this guy did apparently restart the engine, though.
Okay.
Really?
I would want it when I land. Tell me, be like, by the way, we almost died.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think, like, by the way, you guys didn't know this, but I fucking restarted. the
Yeah,
engines and
just
all
a heads up.
You're
guys don't
welcome,
know.
ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
I popped out like the gremlin Twilight Zone.
If I was a pilot,
Went under the
though,
hood.
just say it at the end of every flight.
I climbed out of the wing with just a regular wrench and fixed all the engines. Just how you do it.
Quickly, R2, we're through a cloud.
Ladies and gentlemen, it seems that R2 has flown off the back of the plane. No longer going to be able to repair or pilot.
You may have wondered what that screeching sound was. Well, we've lost a repair droid.
I'm surprised there's not some fucking super nerdy pilot that's made jokes about that, being like, "Oh, sorry for the delay. Our repair droids are."
Yeah.
I bet there is one.
It's
out there.
sad that there isn't one. This is one of the things that bums me out. Pilots are stiffs. Are there any other good answers?
Let's see.
It's a mistake to ask. You can never expect 2 good answers.
Quora's very slow. Some of these are so long.
It's a
People
really
write like
good website.
500 words for these things.
No, that's too long too.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
nothing
I don't
really
want to
good.
hear about pilots ever again in my life.
This guy started a
man.
question. He started answering the pilot question with, "I was once playing Quiplash." Fuck you.
Wow. Really?
I thought of a funny thing while I was playing a video game. Is that the question?
And you know,
Yeah.
I'll leave it to the imagination, but it does end with a racist joke. So that is how that. That's how that ends. That's how that ends.
Heavens.
Yeah, that's really all the answers that I think we should read from that question. I don't really need to.
I think it was correct of you to put these in the incel category.
Yeah.
All the pilot questions.
Pilots are the incels of the air.
Were you just thinking of
Incels of the
Quagmire?
skies.
Were
Is
you
he
like,
a pilot? That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Quagmire's
They
part
have
of
to
the
do
problem.
it. They take a vow of celibacy. They
I
can't-
didn't
Pilots.
make these categories, Alex. You made them. I'm just trying my best to categorize.
Should we have a pilot category?
We have 2 pilot answers.
How much of the website is pilot stuff? We'll get around. We'll get back to that.
Almost as much as bean-based advertising. Too big.
Yeah, it's really a 4951.
Yeah.
Oh, we have another
I can't-
swimwear one.
I can't get through
Sure.
one page of Quora without getting.
What's the other
I'm
swimwear
horrendously
one?
hungry for these beans they keep advertising. Fava, all sorts.
Ooh, okay. I'm clicking
You want to
it.
read this?
Yeah. What are at least 10 problems of not wearing swimwear?
Is this like
Dick
a?
stuck in coral.
This is like a bathroom trivia book like article. This is an article that Eli would write first.
Whoa. What the fuck?
No, you wrote a really good one the other day about spooky sounds.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really liked.
When I said
Check it
that
out.
joke, I wasn't thinking about the really good articles you write.
Oh, I remember why I added this one. This is a silly one.
Okay.
This is what are the at least 10 problems of not wearing swimwear. So this is Kyle Smith. Sure. Kyle Smith. I'm a naturist, nudist, and I almost never wear swimwear, but there are things you should be aware of. Number 1,
Rocks.
if you're used to wearing swimwear, those areas that are usually covered will probably get sunburned easily, and that
True.
can be quite uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, that's nasty.
Okay, yeah,
I didn't
sure.
think about that.
Number
Burn
2.
your balls. Number 1.
This is a very long list, so let me get
Balls would
through
be
them.
covered by the... they have
you'd
their own
get
little
a-
umbrella.
So you would get a penis-shaped
You get a little
tan
mushroom
line,
stamp.
on your balls.
Harder to play guitar.
So just the sides of your balls are sunburned.
Yeah.
I got a penis tan.
Oh, it looks like I have googly eyes below my penis.
And also then just the top of the penis would get tan on
I
the
got
bottom.
sunburn on my dick. Now it looks like a damn turkey.
I'm kind of thinking how cool a penis would look if it had like a different colored stripe on top, like a car.
It would look cool.
You should get a tattoo of a speed stripe
Yes.
up your
Yes.
dick.
I want my penis to look like a Gundam.
Wait, is this the same person asking and answering?
No, this is
Okay.
someone answering.
Okay.
This is an expert.
This person has 10 responses to whoa.
All nude stuff.
This is number 2. If you choose to swim nude in a place where it isn't common, you may offend some other people. You may not care, but I would. And then after that it says, sorry, can't think of 10. And that's it.
Okay.
Pretty much it.
That's
Not
a
a lot of
pretty good one.
problems.
I also like that it's like you may offend other people. Like I don't know if you care about that. It's like if you don't care about freaking people out by nude, you're just a flasher.
Right,
yeah,
you go to
Like-
jail.
Yeah. I think he should have definitely said getting your dick caught in coral. That's like the first thing I thought of.
A pufferfish's quills.
You might get sucked off by a pufferfish. Be aware.
Mermaids won't be able to resist much longer.
This guy's his like professionalism just says grew up and still live naked. So
Tight.
good
All
for him.
right.
All right, cool.
You know, me too, in a way. And also everyone.
This is like such like quintessential chorus stuff. I'm looking at his other answers, and like he answers some question about like as a woman, like during sex, do you like masturbation, all this stuff? And he answers, I am an adult man, not a woman, but perhaps you still want my perspective. It's like, no. Why would they want that?
Hello, nude adult man here. Thought you might want my perspective on things.
I may
is
be
the
of
most
some service to you.
This is the most unwelcome man in America. No one has been refused entry to more shops than this nude adult
Nude
man.
adult man giving his opinion on
adult
a
man
woman's
here.
perspective. Hello.
I found another good
Knock,
incel
knock.
one.
Okay, lay it on us.
Okay, so this is more of a straight line one and less about swimwear and piloting a plane.
Sure.
The question is, what toxic behavior has been normalized by society?
Okay.
So what would your guesses be off the top?
Dropping the atomic bomb.
That should not be normalized.
Huge red flag.
If he makes less than $50K a year, has dropped the atomic bomb, ladies,
Dropped
do not
either
date him.
Fat man or little. What are the two names?
Fat Man
Is it
and
Big Boy? No.
Little boy. It's little boy.
Fallout Boy.
Oh boy.
Because I know Fallout Boy is from a Simpsons reference. That's where it came from. And it's, Little Man and Fat Boy?
It's Fat Man
It's
is
Fat
one
Man,
of them.
yeah.
And then I think it's Little Boy.
Little
think you're
Boy,
right.
they could have, that's so...
Hey, Japan, we're dropping a little boy on you.
That's very
Try
funny.
not to get too horny.
all the scientists be like, he's like a little boy.
Look at him.
He's like a little boy.
Oh, he's so cute. Little boy.
He doesn't even know how to explode big enough.
I gotta know.
Yeah, look him up.
Okay, yeah. While we're waiting on that, here is the answer with the most upvotes, and that is
course.
by a writer in behavioral, social, and human psychology, Srinath Naluri. Instead of telling your wife, hey, listen, you clearly know how liberal I am. I don't have any problem with what you wear, but my mom doesn't like that. Why don't you just adjust and wear what she likes? You tell your mother, Ma, do you dress the way your previous generation did? No, right? Same in her case. Let her wear what she wants. What's the big deal?
This is so specific.
What is this like a riddle? This is like the doctor was her
Mothers.
mother. Yeah.
Lateral thinking puzzle.
Yeah.
It's like a play. It's written out like a play. He does different voices.
I remember adding this, and it's like one of the ones where the subtext is like, "This is what Quora thinks is for me." Like, I get this in an email that's like, "Top story for Jeremy." Like, you need to hear about this guy talking to his wife and his mom.
So the toxic behavior is don't tell your wife she dresses badly?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that's one of
What
three examples.
part of that is normalized? I'm very
I'm
confused.
sick of telling my wife she dresses badly. And I need to start telling my mother that she dresses like the new generation.
Guys, you're not going to believe this, but the Wikipedia article on the bombings of Japan is quite long. I'm having a
What's
hard
to say?
time.
No, we could do this, right? What?
Okay, it was Fat Man. Fat Man confirmed.
I feel
That's what Alex said when I walked in. What the hell?
What the fuck? I would never say that about Eli. I love his writing.
Oh yeah, my great crack.
It's Fat Man and Little Boy,
Okay.
according to.
Well, that was surely
some
not
website.
worth it.
You give Jeremy 30 seconds. Cracks
He
this
has a
thing wide
keyboard.
open.
I
You
do.
can hear it going.
You could hear it popping off.
Yeah.
That's because it works so good. Okay, there's a second and third scenario.
Okay.
Instead of telling your boyfriend,
Wait, the same guy?
Yeah.
More of these? Okay.
he has a wife and a boyfriend.
Okay, I say
And
real
a mom.
quick. This website, atomicarchive.com, that told me about the bombs, does say that Fat Man was, quote, bulbous. It's like, come on, man.
Stop body shaming that
It was
nuclear
Sebulba.
bomb.
You dropped the bomb.
Let's just
know
say
what I'm talking about.
he wasn't going to be featured in GQ the next week. 1945's GQ. Instead of telling your boyfriend, I am perfectly fine, but you see, my father is very skeptical about it. He says that entrepreneurship is very risky and it is not good for our future. Why don't you just join some company?
Everybody answering this sounds like a fucking woman from like a period drama set in England. I was like out in a garden. It's like, my father says entrepreneurship is a dangerous pursuit. Like, what the fuck is this?
Don't tell your boyfriend entrepreneurship is dangerous. That's a toxic behavior that's been normalized by society. Instead, tell your father, it's not always like that, Dad. His idea is very promising. There's a huge market for it. Moreover, he is taking a calculated risk. He has had an amazing business sense.
How many upvotes do these? Does
This has 6,000.
what?
It's
People are like,
6,000 of us. Being like, yes.
Absolutely.
I
says helps me.
have upvoted at 6,000.
Does it say what this promising business idea is?
You know it doesn't. We're doing another scenario.
Better not be those fucking square pillows. Those are bullshit.
I see those a lot.
Yeah.
The bottom line is convince your parents to accept what you believe in rather than forcing your partners to accept what they believe in.
Aww.
It's like Aesop's fables.
Yeah.
It ends in a lesson
Yeah.
after the thrilling ride.
Yeah.
Some-
Toxic behavior is the hare taking a long nap because he thinks he's so far ahead. He could never lose the race.
Sick of
Too
that being
normalized.
normalized.
Yeah.
I hate the normal behavior of telling your parents that they are right. Television has ruined us. Okay, well, you know what? I think that's probably like the least offensive one of these that could have possibly been. So
Yeah.
I think it's good.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I learned something as a son.
A son with a wife and a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Learned stuff about all of them.
My
And a
boyfriend's
promising business idea.
he has had amazing business sense. Is the thing. Sometimes when he's jacking me off, I look in his eyes and I see dollar signs.
That's he invented a jack-off device.
My new business idea is paying people to jack me off.
I think it turned out he was selling my semen, but at the time it seemed like he had a real knack for it. Okay, let's do one more here,
Okay.
just so we did all these in a row, and it's another.
Have we done all of the Quoker?
We did. I think 7 out of 10 of them or something.
Wow.
There were a
Oh my
lot
God,
of.
how many of these are we gonna do?
We've already been doing this an hour.
We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna do the question.
Okay.
What twisted theory do you have? that might actually be true?
Oh man, this is the Quoker question.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is-
Twisted theory.
What's your twisted theory, Eli?
I think I am.
your
That's what I have no
twisted
memory of it.
theory.
Cora, how did I get these scars? Please explain.
Don't have scars, but let me answer.
Nude adult men here, no scars. Thought you might want my
twisted theory
perspective.
is that guy's definitely gotten his dick stuck in a coral reef before, and he's afraid to talk about it.
If this is not racist in some way, we should win money. The answer is anything other than like, who controls the banks?
The goblins from Harry Potter, the little Gringotts guys.
Little green dots fuckers.
Saying that to a bank teller? Hey, you little Gringotts fucker. I'd like to make a withdrawal. Why don't you call up the minecart?
I'll have 30 Dumbledores, please. I for the
You
life
go
of
get
me,
my golden galleons for me, you freak goblin
for the
bitch.
life of me, could not pull the Harry Potter money out of my brain. It's simply been
I
too
hate
long.
that I remember them. Silver sickles, golden galleons, and some other shit.
Some other
Some shit for
bull-
poor wizards I don't care
Right.
about.
They haven't moved over to NFTs yet the way they should. Okay, well, this answer is by Sean Kernan, who has no accolades, and so is just less qualified than the other people we've heard from today.
Yeah.
He says, this gal Liz, I dated only briefly, was quite interesting.
Wait, I'm sorry. Real quick, can I interrupt for a second and say that this man has 350,000 Quora followers?
Holy shit!
Wow.
We gotta start talking like him.
No accolades, but big on Quora.
Yeah.
He's so big he doesn't have a bio, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all know who it is, Sean Kernan.
Yeah.
Turn
What
up.
His Twitter bio says writer at Medium and Quora, which neither of those.
You
Yeah,
can't
they're
be a
both
writer at
self-published
those.
websites.
Yeah.
Dude, there was a rash for a while of people posting Medium shit and clearly phrasing it like it was not self-published.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
were like,
New
did a
from me on Medium.
Yeah, did a new piece for Medium. It was like, oh, you put it in the text box. Yes.
my new article at Blogspot.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I've been ranting to myself. Link in bio. Now can I
Alex, how
read
is
this?
your? Yeah, I was gonna say, how is your James Spader impression?
I don't remember what he sounds like.
Damn, I was gonna say you should read this in a James Spader impression,
I've,
but we'll table it. You can learn for next time.
we're gonna table it, and then we're gonna watch a lot of James Spader as we are already over an hour.
New season of The Blacklist just dropped, so don't even worry about
Is he
it.
the guy who's like Professor X in the reboot of X-Men from 2009?
No.
No, I don't think
no,
so.
he's the
Raymond
Blacklist.
Reddington.
Ultron. He's Ultron.
He is Ultron.
He's Ultron?
Yeah. And he's in the
oh
office.
my god.
That's
later
different
on.
than Thanos, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
robot.
he's the
one.
robot one.
He's Robot Thanos?
Sorry, I can't count to 45. I know who Ultron is.
I know it's his age. Doesn't that count for something? Yeah. I can pull random words out of.
That's the age of
posters I've
Ultron
seen.
is actually 45. That is the age of
The
Ultron.
whole movie's about finding out.
Everything's downhill from here.
Women aren't as good looking.
My high school compatriots look like wildebeests. What twisted theory do you have that might actually be true? The gal Liz I dated only briefly was quite interesting. We were talking on the phone. The phone call was ending. I casually said, "Okay, well, I'm going to sleep. Have
It's
a
like
good
a whole story.
have a good rest of your night. Text me tomorrow." She replied, "Don't tell me what to do." Good night.
It's awesome. Liz is cool. I bet Liz looks like a
Yeah.
wildebeest now, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's fucking mid. Liz was a bit crazy. There are more severe examples, but I'll spare you. What made Liz interesting wasn't that she was crazy, but that she was crazy and also in school to be a mental health counselor.
This is. I like that this is a ghost story.
Yeah.
The way you're telling
Spooky Halloween story.
Wait, all right, so that's like a quarter of it. What direction would you think this is going in from this? What you've heard so far?
I think maybe he thinks his twisted theory is that like all mental health counselors are nutty.
That could be it. I think it may be just like women are stupid.
Very possible.
It's a twisted theory I have.
He's the cloaker.
I feel like maybe he thinks that Liz is now creating like an army of crazy people, like Ultron would.
She works at Arkham Asylum. That's what it is.
She turns into Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
That's her.
Her friend the Scarecrow comes over sometimes.
I used to date a pretty interesting woman. It was the Scarecrow from Batman.
Another gal I know named Nicole is always out partying. Always partying.
350,000 followers.
Her Facebook feed looks like a page from Girls Gone Wild.
Sure.
How does your Facebook feed look like Girls Gone Wild? A DVD from 2003.
How does it look like a page from a DVD?
Everybody has chunky highlights. That's what it is.
Her Facebook feed looks like women humoring a creep on video.
She posts a lot of pictures of hotel rooms.
Anytime I've seen her, she has a beer in one hand and a cigarette in the other. Can you guess what she goes to school for? You guessed it. Addiction counseling.
Wow.
I love his idea of like, he's like, the two worst things you could have in your hand, a beer and a cigarette.
She's addicted to a beer.
Also, she's in school for addiction counseling.
She's a beeraholic.
That is what they call that.
To this day, I've wondered, how in the fuck is Liz?
Did he curse for real?
He put $$, $$
okay.
He actually did for 8 characters, but I said fuck because I'm assuming that's what he said.
Sure.
It's interesting to add a bunch more. It's
Yeah.
to throw
It must be a
people off the
different word.
scent.
I don't want kids to know I'm saying fuck. I want to say how in the heavens? Is it heavens? Could we do heavens?
It's heavens.
You could see how in the heaven is Liz, who borderline belongs in an insane asylum, going to help other people be not crazy.
All Liz did is say like good night in a mean way, right?
Yeah, she said. He said, "Text me tomorrow," and she said, "Don't tell me what to do," which is funny.
She should be in an asylum.
Liz is
I'm
being
going to
clear.
call the police on you.
Liz is being clear about her feelings. I think that's what's important.
Maybe it's because you kept calling her a gal. You should stop talking like a fucking piano player in a saloon.
Can you believe these hoes are rude to me?
Liz was down bad, as they say.
And how is the party girl Nicole going to help people with addiction if she herself is hungover during their therapy sessions? I had this strange shower thought about it. What if being crazy for a few orbits around the sun turns you into a good mental health counselor?
You nailed it.
Perhaps someone who is formerly mentally ill makes for a great mental health counselor, or even if they are still mentally ill. It's entirely possible that they can be good at solving everyone's problems but their own. Could an addict be the perfect person to treat addiction? It isn't an appetizing idea or theory. I hate hypocrisy as much as the next person, but who's to say there can't be some wisdom behind it?
I like that because it actually turned. It kind of became
positive.
optimistic. Yeah, he wasn't like these fields are full of hypocrites. It was like maybe these people are actually the best people to do this stuff.
It's
His
also
twisted-
still.
Yeah.
There you go.
His twisted theory is that experience is valuable. Like, it's fucking not twisted. I mean, good for him or whatever.
Society would never allow it. But it appears addiction specialists should treat addiction.
Yeah. Maybe you should go to a specialist to not write like a vampire would, sir.
Well, we were all laughing at his little storytelling in the beginning, but then he was a little wise at the end, and that's why I want everyone here to follow Sean Kernan, and this is his podcast now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you give him an up quora yet?
Yes, of course I did.
All right. Don't
There's
tell me
also
what to
50
do.
re-quoras.
Don't tell me
Good
what
night.
to do. Good night.
That's like how all band gets off stage. That
Should we
rocks.
follow him? Should I follow him from your thing?
Yeah, follow him from Ptak Quora.
Yep. You're
Ptak
followed.
Quora HQ. Okay, let's do a question and get the heck out of
Okay.
here.
All right.
My little stud muffin. Okay, so Jeremy's going to type out our question, and in that time, what we've learned is we can't count on that person to talk, really. So,
Can we tag this guy?
yeah, we can tag it, but what was our question about?
The question was how easy it is
Yeah.
to start a Swiss or offshore bank account.
If
Okay.
you are not rich, can you still
Sure.
start
Yeah,
an
I think
offshore
that's
bank
good.
account? And how
Minimum
difficult
amount
is
of
it?
money for me to have a Deutsche Bank account.
Yeah.
And if
Deutsche
possible-
is just German. And
Well, do we
there's-
want to specify the
That's
Cayman
just a
Islands?
Should we
rich
say
person
Cayman,
bank.
or
Yeah.
should we say Should we say Switzerland?
Let's just say offshore.
Offshore, yeah.
If you are not rich, can you still start an offshore bank account?
And secondly, even if it's not that much, will they do the thing where you need a key to turn?
Will they give you a special key if there's not that much money?
Yeah.
Okay. Will they
How much
give
for the
you a
special key?
Yeah, I want to go in there and do the Voltron bank.
It's not that much money.
I
wanna
love
ha-
that keyboard sound.
I want to have to
it's
do a
good.
handshake before I access my checking.
All right, I'm adding question. So then these are the topics: offshore banking, offshoring business.
This is a large portion of the website. As you can
We're
see.
gonna get into this. Is gonna be like
Bank
primarily
accounts,
poaching,
wealth,
like
personal finance.
users answering this.
I'm going to jail after this.
Just post on Alex's account. How do I commit tax evasion? Also, I already did.
Where have you been taking all the Patreon money, Alex?
We also, before this episode ends, we also do need an update on
Yeah.
how many likes that Twitter post has.
What's that guy's name again that we want to ask?
Sean.
Sean Kerman.
All right,
Like
let's
Kermit,
see.
but Kerman.
So
Like
you
Kermit,
can
but
like
Kerman.
tag him in the question?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
You can say like specific writers that you want.
Oh! Can we tag Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank? Because he knows a lot about
He's
money.
been doing a lot of weird stuff.
He killed a guy on a boat.
Did he?
I
don't know who this
I mean, in
is.
a way where like not legally, I'm accusing him of that, but yeah, he for sure did that shit on a boat. He was like,
Allegedly.
he allegedly
Allegedly.
for sure.
I'm trying to help you out here.
No
man.
questions asked. Took a life on a boat, but he has the money to make it go away because he's one of the sharks.
So he's a good person to defame then.
Well, he knows a lot. It seems like it would cost him not a wink of sleep to sue me, and I just wanted to get this on the record.
There's a lot of people named Mr. Wonderful. I can tag one of them.
Yeah, I'm sure it's him.
It's probably him. They're probably all him.
Tag all of them.
We've asked the question. It has been
All of
asked.
them.
Tag
At
all of
Mr.
them.
Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Wonderful,
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful.
Shotgun approach.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
it is asked.
Okay, well, that's been another episode of the
Oh wait, before we go, we have to look at your tweet. It has 44 likes.
Nice.
The tweet that Alex wrote.
Yeah, and it
posted.
has like 10 comments.
Damn,
7 or
this
8
dude with
comments.
numbers.
Any good comments before we go?
David Twitey said shocking and disgusting. Jeremy Hammond said, "Do you look like the dragon?" That's really it.
It's an inside joke.
Some people say so true. That's nice.
Cool.
I would
You are always
never.
saying
I
this.
can't believe all these people really think I did this.
One
and that
person
I
says
wasn't
hacked by wife.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dick Horse Armor DLC.
We have the best fans. We have the best fans on this show. They're all from the Quarrators podcast, I assure you. And we're rounding down
Yeah,
now.
sorry. Hit the Austin Powers.
Yes, this is now what we do for Plugs Music. Kath and Eli, it's been so great having you. Where can I shag you later? Baby?
We have a podcast together with our friend Patrick Monahan called What a Time to Be Alive. It comes out every week
Yep.
on Mondays. It's about dumb news stories. It's very, thank you.
And you can get more of it. You have a Patreon, and when we get to some number I forget, we're gonna have to eat the fucking Papa Bowls.
1,300. I think we're about 70 patrons away from having to eat the Papa Bowls.
What's a Papa Bowl?
It's awful.
It's like basically like they scraped all the toppings off of Papa John's pizza into a bowl, and then you buy that.
It's something Papa John's is now offering for unclear reasons.
And that's just for like podcasters to get hurt by?
yeah, it's
They need
Podcast
more
food.
Patreons.
they just fill a little like dish. It's not even really a bowl. It's basically served in the thing that like microwave mac and cheese comes in.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
looks
just,
like
toppings.
the worst possible lean cuisine.
This
really
industry's crazy, man. All right. Well, as we say every week at Quarrators, thank you so much for listening to the show. And say something.
You said keep Christ or something? I'm
yeah,
Jewish.
keep Christ in your life.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.